guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. We are doing a very exciting low-key video today, and I ain't gonna lie, we're so nervous that we're actually bringing Sanny because I need him for emotional support because these questions are intense, questions I have sort of been avoiding, maybe questions that I have just not wanted to answer. So we're gonna make this as much chatty as possible, but at the same time without spilling a lot of tea. Without that further ado, we're doing a yearly Q&A. This, I go all out every year. I answer the most juiciest, most questionable questions that you guys ask me. So if you're new here, my name is Daya. I go by Daya. I'm Puerto Rican and I live in Florida. I've lived here for God knows how long. This is like our 5th Christmas in Florida. Yeah, I love making these beautiful vlogs and videos for you guys. This is one of my favorite hobbies, reading as well as playing. So I hope you guys love this video, and without that being said, let's go ahead and get started because she's a long one. By the way, today's Vlogmas day 2 technically, so I don't know when you guys will see this if I'm being completely honest. I have a few decent questions. I've been screenshotting them, so we're gonna go through my pictures and just literally answer a bunch. Okay, my first one is any New Year YouTube goals. I would love to start incorporating more sit-down videos. I feel like a lot of you guys have missed these videos. That's my New Year goal. I want to incorporate more, like sort of like what I'm doing right now during the holidays, where I'm uploading 2 times a week, every other week. One week you guys will get 1 video, and then the next week you guys will get 2 videos. So that's my goal for the new year. I would love to make more content out there, not just vlogs. And it also helps a lot to take breaks from vlogs because a lot of my vlogs are sort of repetitive and I don't want to make them as much as repetitive as possible. So yeah, I also have the Princess Switch on the background. Is it called the Princess Switch? I forgot the name, but one of my favorite movies. So yeah, I would literally just love to make more videos for you guys and more content, you know, because why not? It's something that I would love to do. More sit-down videos, more reading wise videos, because I have been into my reading game lately. I think I've read more than 30 books this year, which is crazy. My goal next year is to read even more. Slowly but surely, I'm slowly getting quicker on reading. 2024 trip plans. Okay, I'm hoping you guys will see this in the new year. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little hint of trip plans that we have for next year because I already bought tickets. I am surprising Charlie with, I can't say because there's the cameras right there. I'll say it low. I'm surprising Charlie with a trip on May and he doesn't know it. That's his Christmas present. So I'm gonna take it to Puerto Rico in an envelope and surprise it. Only Gabby, aka Sissy, my in-laws know. Nobody else. It's somewhere we've never been, so I'm really excited. So that's the only hint you guys will get. So one of the trips. But I'll tell you guys in the new year, and you guys will for sure see it in my Christmas vlog. So just stay tuned because I am gonna vlog his reaction. Are you moving once your lease is up, or are you planning on staying in your apartment? Let's talk about it because I have opened up a little bit about my mishaps in this apartment. I love everything about this apartment physically. I feel like we got really lucky and I'm so grateful. I thank God every single day for my home and how special it is and all the stuff that we've gotten, everything. The only thing I don't love is the people upstairs. At night they constantly make noises. Knock on wood. Lately they have been behaving for the past few months, so they haven't been that bad, but every here and there, in the beginning of the first few months that we were living here, it was horrible. Like noises from 10 p.m. all the way till 7 in the morning, and then they did not make any noises at all during the day. I was trying to guess, like maybe they're night shift people, maybe I don't know, maybe they do stuff like they work at night from home. I don't know. And I've called the cops on them multiple times. One day I called the cops on them and I was so groggy. It was like 11:30, 12, and I was so groggy that I called the cops on them and I gave them my address, and like 4 cops arrived to my apartment. And that night Charlie was watching a movie here while I was trying to sleep, and he opened the door and he was like, Daya, what did we do? And then I was like, oh my god, did I give you guys the wrong address? They were like, yeah, we heard some noise complaint. I was like, no, it's people upstairs. I literally invited them inside. I was like, can you guys please come in, sit with me for like at least 30 minutes and listen to what I listen to every night? And thankfully they did, and there were were also rumors that apparently they switched their door handle without the apartment permission. So that's sort of straight up sketchy. I don't know what goes up there. So many loud bangs that I'm starting to think that something terrible happens. Like they beat the crap out of someone. It sounds to that point, really bad arguments. And I always call the cops on them because I don't know who the heck is up there, if they need help or anything. So sometimes it's so frustrating that I'm so tempted to go up there and just knock on their door, slap them in the face and tell them shut the fuck up and let me sleep. So my point, I was looking. Charlie and I went browsing. We looked for apartments the past few weeks. I didn't even tape it. This just didn't feel right. Like it didn't feel like what we wanted. I feel so at peace and at home with this apartment. Neighbor wise, I have the best side neighbors ever. I have a girlfriend, literally she's so cool. Like she lives right next door and she's sort of my age. She's so cool and elderly. On the next door, they do not make any noises. They don't have parties. This is one of the most quietest neighborhoods ever. But the people upstairs, I swear, it's like they don't give a shit about the people here because they're like, we're gonna make noises all day. So we came to the conclusion and we're gonna renew our lease. We're gonna stay here 1 more year and then we're gonna start browsing for potential homes, forever home. We shall see what happens. However, we have lots of plans. Furniture wise, we have some stuff that we want to incorporate more in this house, and we haven't done it because we didn't know if we're gonna move or not. But I'm actually renewing my lease today, so we talk about it today on a Saturday. I'm not renewing it, but I'm letting them know that I'm renewing it, and then we would wait until February and we would renew our lease. Thankfully our rent didn't go up, it stayed the same. Yeah, we'll see what this future holds. This wasn't just my decision, it was more Charlie's decision. He just didn't want to go through the process of moving and everything all over again and then move all over again once our next year lease is up, like 1 more year and moving it all over. No, the only deal I was gonna make is that if we moved to the 3rd floor, it would be ideal because I didn't deal with anyone upstairs because this is a 3-story building. We would just stay here 1 more year. However, I just didn't want to. She was like, it doesn't make sense, it's too much work. We literally like have lots and lots of more furniture to move, so I prefer moving after a year to a forever home and never moving again than just moving to another apartment and then moving the next year and the next year. It's just too much. That's our news. We're renewing it. Not the best, not super happy about it, but I am kind of excited to incorporate more furniture. Also, can we appreciate this beauty because she is a moment. I'm obsessed with this tree. Do you ever see yourself making a family channel in the future if you and Charlie have kids? I don't think so. I think I would incorporate more vlogs here, like family vlogs. Charlie is still really shy when it comes to the camera. You guys already know this. He's only like free of it whenever friends are around and me, his family. He's more like that and chill because it's really different. It's just a camera, but I was like, I don't feel like it's a camera. I feel like I'm talking to people. So that's what it feels like. But obviously this is my channel. He doesn't do this every time. He does not always every time here. Soon he'll get used to it. I don't know. It might be different when we have a baby, and if we decide when that happens, when the time is right, if we want to do a family channel, that we might do that. But I would only make a family channel if I knew that he was gonna vlog as well. I grab the camera, hey guys, I'm gonna get dressed, so come and get dressed with me, you know, like all that, like have him talk to you guys. Whenever that happens, then I'll potentially consider on getting it. But if he's still gonna be like a little shy, I don't want to force him to make a channel when he's not gonna be like super like into the vlogging and all that. And next one is, what hotel did you stay when you went to New York? I got this question so much and I even took a picture of it. I remember, and I showed you guys, but I don't know, I guess people just don't really remember. I will share this again. I even taped it and everything, the outside of the building, how it looked. We stayed at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, and it's actually one of my, I wouldn't say uncle's hotel, but he's a main like manager, big supervisor there in the hotel, so he gave us a really good deal. And I cannot say enough about this. I was obsessed. The breakfast, the room, the view, the employees, like constantly they came up to me, they called me every time I was in the lobby. They asked if I needed anything, if everything was great, like how did I find my day, how was my day. He manages that hotel spotless, and I'm not just saying it because he gave us a good deal. I'm literally saying it like being completely honest. I was obsessed. So I'm gonna tell you guys the address and I'll write it here for you guys. Address is 140 West 28th Street, New York, and the zip code is 10001. Yeah, and that's literally like right by Manhattan and so close by Times Square. Like from there to Times Square, it's like a 15-minute walk. It's so close. And then Empire State Building, from my view, was the Empire State Building. I saw Times Square. I literally saw minutes away from Rockefeller Center. It's like perfect hotel for you to stay around that area. It was in Central Terminal. It was in like walks, minutes. Madison Square Garden. So many places that you can literally walk towards. St. Patrick's Cathedral. I was speechless when I went in there. The Chrysler Building, Radio City Music Hall, all of it. It's about an hour walk from Central Park, but trust me, it's worth it. But yeah, Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. That's how it's called. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. I loved it. Do you see yourself and hubby living in New York City for a while? I feel like I got a lot of questions like these when we came back, because everyone kept telling me, you thrive in the city, you need to move to the city, you like your face, like you had a bright smile like throughout the whole entire trip. I don't know if I see myself living there. I don't think I do. I'm a city girl for sure. I'm half city, half country. I love it and I cannot wait to experience both. So we'll see what happens. I feel like I'm in between. I'm like Julianne Hunter. If you guys follow them on YouTube, I am obsessed with them. Their baby is the cutest baby in the entire world. I have said it. I had happy tears when I saw his reaction when they lit up the Christmas tree. That gave me straight up baby fever to the extreme. I was like, oh my god, I need one like him. I just couldn't stop smiling. I loved it. Needless to say, I'm like them because they love country living, and right now they're like in downtown Nashville, I think it is, or something like that, temporarily, like while they're either building a house or like rebuilding their cabin as well. They have a whole cabin, so it's like in between. I'm kind of like them. I'm like in between. Like give me a nice vacational like downtown home, and then give me like a permanent home in the country and just have country style living, you know, something like that. I don't know. I'd love to experience that too. A little bit of both. I don't see myself living in New York though. My next dream towards that city is to one day go, once Christmas decor is up, not necessarily spend Christmas over there, but I would love to see all the Christmas decor over there, as well as London. My god, it's my dream to see like London in the Christmas season. I would love that, as well as New York. I feel like I love it for just traveling over there and just having nice staycation, but permanently living, I don't know. I don't know if Daya will want that. I don't think so. It did stress me out a little bit, the fast pace, like everyone, like the cars and everything. And I'm someone that I love to drive. I don't see myself driving New York at all. I feel like it's chaos. What are your biggest pet peeves? It's funny because I literally was gonna do a whole episode of my podcast, RIP, to that, about pet peeves and just unpopular opinions, and I wrote a list of my biggest pet peeves. So I'm gonna give you guys at least 3 of them because I have a lot. I didn't know I had that many until I like started making my list and started writing them down. One of my biggest ones is chewing food very loudly and with the mouth open. I go livid for that. I can't. No me mastique con la boca abierta because hello, like there's certain line. Thankfully my parents always teach me how to chew with my mouth closed. When a car drives very close to my car, like the back of it, like when they are driving up my ass, I hated it. It drives me insane, and I'm pretty sure this is not new because you guys all that. Okay, this is a funny one. But the people who cut in my when driving and they either slow down or they stop suddenly to make a turn. Doesn't that drive people insane? That drives me livid. How's work so far? Have you made close friends at work? Work is really good. Gosh, I can't rave about it enough because I love my job. There's not a day that goes by that I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I hate this job. I want to go. You know, like, no, I feel so incredibly happy and at peace with my new job. I absolutely love it. Everyone there is sweetheart. Literally, they're the sweetest employees ever. We actually have a holiday dinner next week, so I'm looking forward to that. I have met everyone, but I've never dinner with like all of them or at all. So I'm not at the point where I have close friends there. I have like 2-ish close friends, so that I love these girls so much. Of course, I'm not surprisingly, but I'm pretty close with my manager, and I joke around with her sometimes. You know, obviously, like, when you're at work you keep stuff professional, but I just feel really happy. I'm slowly getting like closer and closer to that, but I've only been there for 4 months. I think in December would have been December 10th, it'll be 4 months if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy. No, I think it's been 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. Wow, that's crazy. I'm like almost like halfway. This question, I've gotten it all year long, so I'm just gonna get it out there because it's a little silly, because if I haven't said anything about this, it means that nothing's going going on? Like, nothing's wrong. Are the Weekenders still together? Haven't seen you guys in a while. All together. We are together. Are we still the Weekenders? I would honestly say we're not, because we haven't hung out all, like, the actual Weekenders all together. Individually, like, I've seen Moni, I've seen Juan. I haven't seen Hennessy in like so long. I feel like I haven't seen them since we moved, but we're still friends, all of us. I haven't befriended anyone, Charlie either. We freaking love them. Like, I love every single one of them because they're literally like family. Everyone's in their separate ways right now. We're like hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, like spending time like intimate with our family, like me and Charlie, you know, things like that. And last year was financially crazy for us. I can even like talk on behalf of them because we had lots of trips, we have lots of hangouts, and I think this year was like a year where we like, okay, let's slow down and we'll recover on 2024. So who knows, we might come back on 2024. There were a lot of speculations, people saying that we were spending Christmas in Puerto Rico because we're not the Weekenders anymore and I don't have friends here, which I was freaking dying. I literally told this to Charlie and he started laughing. He was like, oh my god, like I swear people like gonna talk shit. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see behind the scenes. Like, you guys see like minutes out of more than 24 hours out of my whole entire days in a vlog. And I wouldn't say we're still the Weekenders, but at the same time I would say that we are, because I feel like if we all reunite together, that's always gonna be our nickname, because we always see each other on the weekend. No, we're not befriended. No, we didn't break up. And yes, we're still together technically. We just haven't hung out like in so long. What are you most excited to eat in PR? Yo no sé, porque en PR últimamente cuando yo voy como que no me inspira la comida. Por lo menos cuando fui like el tiempito que estaba in to see my grandma. It went by so fast that I think I wasn't thinking about making a list and eating stuff. So this year for Christmas, I'm gonna give a break to my parents. They usually go all out and they cook me the best meals ever. One of my favorite meals that I miss from them, but there's a lot going on with my grandma right now, so I want to give them a break. And I told myself that I would just be buying out most of the time, so probably Church's chicken is my most excitement. Fritura like alcapurria, not even pastelillo puedo hacer yo, but alcapurria. The Puerto Rican traditional plate de Navidad, like el arroz con gandules, arroz con consomé, pavo, lechon, pastel, tembleque, arroz con dulce, all of that. I'm really excited to eat that. I haven't had taco maker in so long, so yo creo que voy a decir taco maker también because I haven't really had that in so long. How did Charlie felt when you left to PR to visit your grandma? It was really hard for us, like relationship wise, if I'm being honest with you guys. My most anxious moment that I felt, my anxiety was through the roof. I remember I was on the plane in tears. It felt weird. Honestly, when I came back, I told Charlie, I was like, I don't ever want to fly by myself again. Like over there, it felt like I was having deja vu, like if I was moving away from him, like if we literally like broke up and I was like done, I'm going back home. So weird. I wasn't obviously going for the good reasons, I was going for terrifying reasons, and it made me so anxious. It broke my heart to leave him alone, but he couldn't unfortunately go because of work. He could not miss work. When it comes to the holidays, his job is the busiest. He cannot miss work. That's why they usually take a holiday break and they go all out and they go off for like 2 weeks. Whole schedule is changing in the new year, and I'm gonna have my baby back Monday through Friday. He's gonna have all weekend off, so that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to film sit down videos for you guys while he's here, but I'm sure there'll be no problem. But yeah, I'm really excited. Stuff work wise with me is changing too. I am gonna be potentially not working from home, but there are days in the weekends that I want to work from home, like add to my work and just get extra hours. I want that, and I love my job so much that I want to work on the weekends too. But I obviously am potentially doing it from home, so we'll see. Something that I would love to do, and you know, just get extra hours. He felt the greatest. He was really anxious, and even his mom felt it. He was like, oh my god, it's like he misses his girl, and it was so sad. My grandma's doing okay. I've had questions like that too, like how my grandma's doing. She's stable, and it's really complicated because of what happened to her. She's gone through a lot. She's still in the hospital. She's been there for more than a month, I think almost 2 months. I'm just hoping that this Christmas we'll be able to at least have her at home and it'll be a little different, so fingers crossed. Favorite all-time book and least favorite book. Okay, I have to say my most favorite one is Icebreaker. You guys know this. I reread this for the holiday holiday season. I read my last reading vlog. Surprisingly, I forgot to rate it again, like talk about it, but I did reread it and I loved it. I still do. It still gives me the butterflies whenever I'm reading it. It's so good. So yeah, I would say it's in between that one and It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I love that book. Gosh, I hate to say this, but my least favorite book, because it's a book that I actually finished and I rated it the least, was Faking Christmas by Cindy Steele. She was a new author for me, and I just felt like the writing was too much. Like, she gave too much information and it was too long, as well as I did not feel any Christmas flutters, and it was a Christmas book. I didn't feel any Christmas vibes at all. I didn't love how the connection between the both characters were. I just didn't love it. 2024 TBR, and please tell us if you're planning on doing a book nook. Yes, I am planning on doing a book nook. Where am I doing it? I have no idea. I'm thinking so far in my guest room, probably like next to my gaming / desk and everything. I would love to get some bookshelves, like a big bookshelf, and just put my books there. I have 25 books to put, so I need a bookcase by the new year. I mean a bookshelf, because I need to put all these books somewhere. For 2024 TBR, honey, you want to see my 2024 TBR? Here she is. All those books, because all those books that I will be opening during the Vlogmas season, I have not read one single one. So, by the way, spoiler alert, this was Vlogmas Day 1. We're in Vlogmas Day 2. I haven't opened Vlogmas Day 2, but this is Vlogmas Day 1. You guys get a sneak peek of it. Favorite new vloggers to watch lately? I've been needing to find new ones to watch. Oh, honey, I got you. The first one I'm gonna rave about, because she's new for like the past year and a half-ish, but I haven't mentioned her here. But I gotta say, Miss Amanda Politano, I love her vlogs. She lives in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. So like, if you want a nice city gal type of vlogs, I love it. I feel like her and I will be besties. I am obsessed with her. I love her so much. These two are book vloggers, so if you're looking for more like book vloggers / book readers that actually their channel is based off of reading and all that, they do normal vlogs too, but every here and there, not all the time. Her name is Sarah Caroli. I love her too, as well as Destiny Stidwell. So yeah, if you want another more like vlog one like Amanda, I would say Samantha Nicole. I love her. I love her vibes as well. I'm obsessed. Hannah Atkins, she's more of like an English vlogger. I'm obsessed with her home. I'm obsessed with her channel. I love it. Ooh, talk about Amanda. She uploaded Vlogmas Day 2. I'm so excited. How's your family doing with the family emergency, and how are you doing? Thank you for asking me how I'm doing. Love ya. I'm doing okay. Mentally, I feel like I'm slowly getting better. You know, baby steps. My family, they're hanging in there. I feel like I would say that's the right phrase to say it. They've been through a lot this past few months. You know, I always try and send them really good vibes and positive energy towards them, because they really need it. I cannot even fathom and like describe the amount of stuff they've been through this past few months, but they are hanging in there, and we're just trying to get through this day by day and just trusting God that this process, we're leaving it all in His hands. And yeah, okay, this one is something that I have been avoiding because I've gotten questions like as a advice wise, and that is, how do you heal from a miscarriage? I would say, as long as you have loved ones around you that will be able to hold you together and support you no matter what and be there for you, then that's one of your main things that you need. Thankfully, I had Charlie. You know, even though we were both going through it, it was so hard for us. It was our first ever. We were leaning on each other, and that's how it helped. It helped a lot. We healed together. We had close friends here. I didn't have family here. Thankfully, our close friends, like, hey, they were there with us. I cannot be grateful enough and rave about enough of the amazing friends we have here. So yeah, staying close to friends and family, distracting yourself. Try to not stay at home all the time. I know sometimes it's good to be at home and take chill days when things like that happen, but also distracting yourself and trying to keep your mind off of that, it helps a little bit. But honestly, no one prepares himself for that. Like, honestly, no one ever sees it coming. I'm hoping no one goes through that. I'm hoping that whoever told me this, that they're not going through that. But if you are, pray a lot. That's what I did. I prayed a lot. Like, I found myself growing so much closer to God, and when that happened to me, and you know, everything happens for a reason, just know. But it's hard. It's hard to answer questions like that because you don't see them coming, or you've been slowly avoiding them, but you don't know you've been avoiding avoiding that, you know? If you had to live anywhere in the US, where would it be and why? I see myself living in a future in Nashville for sure. I would love to live in Nashville. Not Texas in general. I would love to live in Nashville. Sort of where Julie and Hunter are. Like, I would love to live one day for like 2 or 3 years, like to stay there, like, or live abroad. I'll get a trailer and I'll travel around the world, like all over the states, and see where I love it most. I don't know, I feel like I would love to do that too. Lately I've been loving Nashville content. Anyone that lives up there, like my vloggers, some vloggers that I follow that live there, I've loved seeing them. Why? I feel like it's different. It's different from Puerto Rico. It's different from living in an island, different from living in Florida. I feel like it's different, and I thrive in change. I love change, and I feel like that would be a really, really good change for us. I would love to experience that one day, and I feel like country Daya would be like a slay. The most random question, but have you ever used your dishwasher? I noticed you have one in your vlogs. I do have a dishwasher, guys. I've never used it. Am I terrified to use it? No. Do I want a really high electricity bill? Also no. Hey, us Puerto Ricans, we do not believe in dishwashers. We wash our dishes with our own hands. I always feel like dishwashers doesn't clean your plates to the extreme. However, it depends. If yours does, then it means you have a really, really powerful one, because not all of them are the same. And you know, mine looks a little weak. It looks like it won't get the job done like completely, you know? And I don't want to do that and use it and then buy pods and all that stuff, and then for me to not love it, and still on top of putting in the dishwasher, having some stains, and still having to wash it, you know, like wash my dishes. It's not worth it. So I just do my own thing. I'll scrub it up, dub it with my own hands. Literally, that's the reason why I haven't used it. I got this random question and I had to screenshot it because it was so funny. I've never gotten a question like that before. Last but not least, I left this one for last because this was a conversation that we would have to have. So let's talk about. Please speak about the elephant in the room, aka I did not know Gabby had a new pet. Gosh, where was Gabby to answer this question? This is not a family dog, y'all. This was supposed to be my dog. Charlie and I were all in. We were gonna have a puppy for Christmas, like technically before Christmas, but unfortunately, I'm just gonna be straight up honest. This apartment complex, it's for their deposit in general, it's not worth it. I had to give $500 for deposit. If this pet came into my life, he lived here, and if I ever moved and he did not wreck any single thing in this entire apartment, I was gonna still lose the $500 deposit. And I'm sorry, but that's not a $500 deposit. That's a fee. That's not refundable, and that's unacceptable to me. I love pets, I love dogs, but I feel like when I spend $200, I'll lose it. That's fine, I'll take it, but I will not spend $500 on a deposit that I know and I can guarantee that this pet is not gonna do one single thing in this house, because that dog was so good. He's so good to Gabby, and not in a way like he's a puppy. Obviously he's very playful, but he's not something that he's like wrecked Gabby's house. He's wrecked, like ripped up her clothes, ripped apart like cushions or something like that. Like, he would never do that. So I knew for sure that if I got this dog, I knew he wasn't gonna rip anything in this place. So I did not want to do that and lose $500. And on top of that, they raised your rent for $25 more, which that's totally fine. That's super good. The deposit was not worth it for me. Because of that, I could not keep this dog. It was a miscommunication between my parents, mainly my dad, and me and my sister. Obviously that's private, so I don't want to go into detail with that, but technically they got the dog way too sooner than I was expecting, and after I said no, Abby was sort of obligated to stay with the dog. So right now she has him temporarily. She's gonna sell him. Unfortunately, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to get hate, you know, people be like, wow, you just got this dog, vendelo valante. We have our reasons. Gabby is going through a lot. Gabby has finals. Gabby's in college. She is not ready for a pet, and that has honestly opened my eyes to not be ready for a pet either. Training a puppy is hard. I've seen Gabby in tears with this dog. I've seen Gabby happy days, sad days, bad days. He's the cutest freaking dog ever, trust me, he's cute. But I'm really grateful that I've also seen her go through that, because she can easily sell him. But imagine me like having, like, I would be so emotionally attached, I wouldn't have the heart to sell him. I'm just hoping they sell him before I go over there, because if not, I'm gonna be emotionally attached, because I knew that that was technically my dog. So yeah, that's the elephant in the room. The cat is out of the bag. It is technically Gabby's dog, but it won't be forever. Yeah, I'm excited to see my dog. I don't want to talk about this because I get emotional, but family dog Brownie, you can tell that he's getting older and he's slowing down, and I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for that. He's our family dog, and I feel like we're not ready to lose him. He's the dog I've had for like the longest. I've had dogs before him. Fun fact, they did not last a long time. I had a really bad luck. Like the pets that my dad would get us, they would die so quickly, and it made my heart shatter into little pieces. I think that's why I love dogs so much. Break my heart every time they passed away. So when we got Brownie, and he is a beautiful Shih Tzu, every year I was like shocked. I was like, my god, dad, he hasn't passed away. I was so traumatized. I had PTSD from the other dogs. I don't even remember their names because they didn't last long, you know. Brownie's slowing down. I noticed it when I was there in October. Wow, it's been 2 months. I noticed it, and a lot of you guys noticed it too. He doesn't remember me anymore, and that's really sad. That's really sad. I was honestly like not in tears when I was there, but when I came back I was like, he's my family dog. But I think it's because, you know, he's getting really old. You guys know Shih Tzus don't last for a long time, like for years, like more than 30 years. I had this dog for like a decade, I feel like. I'm just hoping that I'll have him at least for a few more years, but unfortunately I'm gonna go this year and act like if I wasn't, because I would regret not doing that, you know. I'm just hoping that he'll be able to last a lot more years, you know. That is it for this yearly Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry I do these only once a year apparently. If you guys want to see these more often, more Q&As, just please let me know. I would be open to maybe incorporate some in my vlogs. Who knows? Without that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notification bell on so you guys can be notified every time I post a video. And without that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. I think you guys are gonna be seeing this in the new year, so happy new year, happy 2024. I hope this year brings you guys lots of joy, lots of peace, lots of money, love, and positivity and good vibes. Love you guys. See y'all on the next one. Adios.